another artifact video. Um, a more updated one. I'm gonna be correcting on some things that I've been saying in my older videos. So starting off with Ebon and Everyman. I know I spoke about. I said it in my last video too, but how you can stack the damage reduction and all that stuff. None of that is true. That's false. Found out a few weeks ago. They override each other. Superman overrides Ebon. They both they both override the uh the quirk aura from Atomic. So Ebon is a waste. If you're gonna use Ebon, don't use Superman. But still Superman gives you more than Ebon. Superman gives you 35. Ebon gives you 30. So Ebon is a total waste. Next we have Everyman. Now, Everyman, bro, I was disappointed in this, bro. I don't know if I ever paid attention to it or just I don't know, just never paid it no mind. But Everyman, right, is extremely catfish. I also said this in my last video, but Everyman does it it works, but the thing is it doesn't last. It goes away. So most of the time as you're tanking, you're going to be at full health the whole time. If your health does drop to 30%, 50, 75, you're going to pop a shield and be instantly healed by soda colas, superchargers, all of that stuff. So once you hit that 30 mark or 50 mark and get that maximum defense, it's going right away in that split second. So it's no point. It doesn't last at all. It's just totally useless. Totally useless. And it doesn't work when you have a shield on. It works only when you take direct damage. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So every man is catfish. It's a rip-off scam. I wasted XP on both Ebon and Everyman. Um, On to everything else. Sissy's Mask is a must-have, in my opinion, the best tank artifact. It gives you everything that a tank needs. Healing Receive, which is also, in my opinion, the most important buff a tank can have. Besides defense, of course, but Healing Receive, it buffs your defense, and on the bottom part, you get healed every time you get hit, and that is buffed by resto, cookies, these crit trees right here, and resto. So that all buffs it. Next, number two, you have Sissy's Mask, also must have. You don't have to use this in the ass because it does stun the ass, but if you have good burn, it doesn't really matter. So I mean, it still matters. It still matters. It still matters. But but for boss fights, I would definitely recommend you have to have this. So when your shield is broken from taking too much damage or it wears off, you get a 30% hit and receive buff, which stacks on top of Mystic. So it's really 40. So that buffs everything. Supercharge healing, soda cola, supply drops, anything that heals you that you can think of. It is ultra buffed by Citizen Mask and Mystic. And Citizen Mask, it even buffs the healing you get from Mystic. The only thing it doesn't buff, so it buffs Proton Remedy. But as far as the atomic combos, um, Citizen Mask doesn't buff it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the healing from the combos is based off of your dominance and not resto. But that will still make no sense. Like that wouldn't make any sense because I'm trying to go to it right now. Income healing meaning it simply means everything that heals you. So Proton Remedy is if Proton Remedy is buffed by it, why can't the combos be buffed by it? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe an inconsistency. with the artifact, but that's very stupid if you ask me. I don't know why the devs, I don't know what's up with them when it makes sense. But anyway, but besides that, it buffs everything else. It is not power specific. A lot of misinformation, been put out on it saying that it only works when you're fire, ice, because it's shield. No, it works for all tank powers, rage, atomic, ice, fire, earth, you name it. It's great, and it's a must have for everything. Next, oh, by the way, it buffs for atomic. It buffs proton remedy, and energize. And energize. So you pop energize. I think it heals you by 299,000, 300,000. But if you pop Sissy's mask with Mystic, it goes up to like 500 and something thousand. So it works on that as well. Next, I'm not really counting Heart of Isis right now. I'm just messing around with it right now, but it's pretty decent. But anyway, matter of fact, I'll speak on it right now. So Heart of Isis, if you don't know, it takes with the power and turns it into a bunch of buffs. Um, some buffs are individual for self, and some are for the group. What I also noticed is that I don't, bro. Like I just found this out a day or two ago. So I'm gonna get to that later. I'm gonna get to that later. But back to Vital Isis. So the first buff is individual. Um, the it's really 80. The ranking on this artifact is stupid. But anyway, mine is at 120. So on this buff, I just get the 10% health, 10% health and defense. So right now, I'm working with 804, 579. So if I pop this, you'll see this that blue stuff around my head. So mine went from 804 to 870, 579 to 610. And yes, that stacks with Mystic and all of that stuff. But not bad, not bad. Also stacks with Batman Who Laughs. But yeah. The next move is this. This state drift is driving me crazy, man. But this is it's nothing, bro. It's just a small attack, a waste. Now this move right here, this is a damage reduction shield. It doesn't say it right here, but if you actually test it out, it's 50%. This is how it look. You see this cloud. It lasts about 10 to 12 seconds. It wouldn't say on the combat tab, but if you just count it, it's about 10 seconds, I think, 10 or 12, one of those two. But yeah, so that's that. The next one is really just a self breakout. It teleports you back. So that that's all it does. Next, this is a giant cone. Mine is at 120, so I get the full benefits from it. It even buffs pets. So back to my stat. So no, it's resto defense. Okay, so gets a 579, resto 110. So if I pop this, 579 to 625, resto from 110 to 131. Yes, sir. Not too bad, not too bad. That buffs the whole group, and that lasts for about I think 10 seconds also. Next is this. It just basically makes you go at full speed while you're in combat. So if I'm taking a boss or ass, I can just run full speed down the hallway, pull the other ass, and just do all of that stuff and just run around. The last one is this right here. The only part that works for the group is the tank buff, and the damage buff. The healing part doesn't work. The trolling part doesn't apply either. The only part that applies is the tank and the DPS part. So it's basically another static times 2 or 3 that also lasts for about 10 seconds right there. um 10 to 12 seconds. Now lightning goes away. Yeah, it's like 10, 12. Also, too, I could just zoom. I can kind of clip all the buffs all in one go. Also, what I wanted to tell y'all about is kind of weird. So if I pop one and then swap it back in, no. Well, that's weird too. But if I do this and then swap it back in, I can keep spamming the S. This stick just is pissing me off. Oh my god, stand still. But yeah, so I can keep. It's weird. I haven't really got it down all the way, but I can spam the S. So for example, I can matter of fact, it's best if I show y'all sparring target, so I won't lose supercharge. This stick just driving me crazy, bro. Pop that, so I can pop that, right? And I can spam that over and over again. I can spam that over and over again, bro. I can spam that, and then I could do that, right? And then back into this, spam it over again. Um, and then do that right there, and then back to the S. You know what I'm saying? Back to the S. No, they don't stack, apparently, but yeah. So I can do that, and then I can pop that right back into the S. It also busts my defense. You know what I'm saying? And then that. Now, once I hit that final buff, that's when it flips back to normal, I guess. So I'll show you. So it goes back to normal, and I pop that, and then it goes away. See, but yeah, just something that I wanted to show y'all. So that was kind of nice. On to the next art. On to the next art. Let's see. Manacles. I already done went in on Manacles. Um, One of the worst tank arts. Now, Everyman is by far the worst, but Manacles is right there by it. Um, I already spoke about it numerous times, but um, so you only get 5 seconds of the artifact, right? The best part about this artifact is the shield cooldown at the bottom by 10%, but 10%, but that 10% is really um 2 or 3 seconds, not really a difference for real. The shield reset is catfish because even let's say it resets, right? You still taking the damage you get from manacles is going to eat right through it. And it's a lose lose because if you're dying or just in general, because you're still getting killed or taking damage from manacles, which stacks on top of ongoing damage from ass bosses. So it just doubles up on everything that you get. That damage that damage is going to eat right through the shield that resets, and it only resets one. Um, and then too, it has a 45-second cooldown at 160, 200. If you have it at 120, GG's. If you have it at 200 or 160, it's a little something, but still, it's just crazy. 45 seconds of nothing, 45 seconds of a disabled artifact is crazy. That's way too long. That is way too long. You only get 5 seconds and then get a 45-second cooldown after that. That that's crazy. Maybe if it was 25 or 30 seconds, maybe or like 2015, that would be nice. That would be broken actually. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy. But 45 is just insane. 45, 60 is crazy. But yeah, don't get it. Rare Tornado got nerfed on release from what I've been told. And even if it didn't, I wouldn't get it. I'm not a battle tank. Next, some people try to tell me to get amulet um, for the healing part, but the thing is, if you read at the bottom, it says halved, halved for tank roll. So if you have it at 80, 120, um, that 50 goes to 25, and that 100 goes to 50. So it's a lose lose, and it doesn't heal much. Maybe if you now, I haven't tried this, but maybe if you do it after Sissy, after Sissy's mask, I haven't tried that. It's something that I should try. But maybe if you do it after Sissy's mask on top of Mystic, 30 to 40, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that will buff it. Maybe I don't know. That'll be interesting. Scrap, luxury kind of. If you like running superchargers, then you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it because I run superchargers. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do, but I just you know what I'm saying. I just be chilling most of the time. LG, same thing. Really, really, I will only get LG to like drop 10Ks for the group. Um, yeah, it's not really a need for a tank at all. This DLC, again, maybe if it's for a feat, I don't know. But I don't, I speak for myself, but I don't really need this. If it's a pulling issue, I'll just pop like a group pull, clip it with a regular pull. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Next artifact, Last. I already told y'all about Last. You don't need it at all. You don't need it to be plus. You don't need it to tank plus at all. I done plus. HOE, HOJE plus, CSC plus, um, TTE plus. Did I say CTE plus? CTE plus, CTE and TTE plus. I tank both without lies and manacles and all that crap you be saying. You don't need this. If you have a problem dying, go to your settings and turn on damage in. I'll show you how to do it right quick. Go to default, go to damage in, turn that on. Once that on, everything that hits you, it tells you, and also make a separate tab for it. But everything that hits you, it tells you right there in the chat box. So you die, go to that tab, find out what killed you, and then just go off of that. Okay, if that killed you, maybe you weren't paying attention, maybe you weren't blocking, stuff like that. Um, if it's a problem like that, that can easily be fixed. Just lock in. Once you figure out why you're dying, bro, you don't need last, bro. And then two, last only works when you're dead. So if you haven't last, you have no artifact working for you at the time. If you're not dying, last is useless. It's doing nothing for you. Quizlet only if you're dropping 10Ks or LG tanking. You know what I'm saying? I used to see LG tank back in the day. You feel me? But if you are LG tanking, um, I seen people do quiz, scrap, mystic. And really, the only artifact you need as a tank is Mystic. That's the only artifact you need. Everything else is just extra. Mystic, Mystic, and Sissy Mask, but you can just get away with Mystic, Mystic alone. But if you're LG tanking, uh, Quiz, Scrap, Mystic, and swapping LG and everything else. But that's rare now. So, um, refractor, refractor. I don't. When I was in the mix, like when I used to be in the mix, bro, like running with elitists, doing plus and all that stuff. Uh, from what I seen, trolls were using it, and I've been told to not use it as a tank because that's a troll job. You know what I'm saying? So, especially the people that I ran with had refractor, so But I don't think people have it anymore. You feel me? I don't think people have refractor anymore as far as the troll. So if you want to be a buff tank or just buffing the group or whatever for the troll, then get refractor. Besides that, I wouldn't get it. I don't know, but I just wouldn't get it. Clarion, I used to have Clarion. Don't get it because what's gonna happen is you're gonna run into a bunch of groups with healers with Clarion, and y'all just gonna cancel each other out back to back the whole time. One overriding the other. That can don't really mean nothing. But yeah, that's all that's all the artifacts. Transstrat. I know fire tanks that used to run Transstrat as a fire tank, but in my opinion, nothing beats Sissy Mask and Mystic. Nothing beats those two. Transstrat does not like Mystic and Mask blows out Transstrat far, but really, bro, ultimately you can tank with anything. Now, as far as plus, you may have to dial it down some, but that's ugh. But yeah, most of the time you gonna have to, or you might have to dial it down some into tanky like arts. But as far as standard elite and regular course, you can run anything and still be a successful tank, bro. You can run anything. Um, like I said, the only tank art you really actually need is Mystic. Everything else is just a follow up just for help. Mystic and Mask is what you need. But yeah, man. Mercy is a DPS artifact. Unless you tanking with Earth. Using brick, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know, something like that. Nah, I'm gonna get heat on P-Stone. I wanted to experiment with P-Stone and Harley Quinn ally because it's based off of supply drop. And P-Stone knocks down the cooldown reduction by a lot. So, but I just still wouldn't really do that for real. Nope, 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 nope. Battle tanking, I guess, but I don't do that. So, nope, 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 nope. Yeah, man, that's everything. Now, right? So let's say, right? Let's say you can only get one artifact for a tank at 200. Get Mystic. That's all you need. If you can have another 200 artifact, get Sissy's Mask. It's a must. The third slot is freestyle. Anything goes. It doesn't matter. Anything goes. Artisan told y'all Everyman is a ripoff. Ebon is a ripoff. Not a ripoff, but it just doesn't stack unless you're not using Superman, but not Superman, but Atomic or both Atomic and Superman, but it just no. So that's dead. Laz is dead. Don't get Laz. You don't need it. Um, yeah, it's really anything goes. So right now that I wasted two of these, um, I'm thinking about which one should I get to 200. Um, Manacles is dead. Done told y'all that. I'm not getting Red Tornado. I'm not getting Clarion again. I uh, I used to have Clarion. I also have Refractor. I'm not getting that no more. Amulet, no. Scrap. That's what I'm low-key thinking about. I like running supercharges as a tank, so I'm thinking about it. Um, Gemini, make it that to 160. If I get it to 160, it's only for dropping 10Ks for the group, but that's just maybe, bro. I don't even. Yeah, but I'm definitely thinking about scrap. Definitely. Quizlet, no. Lasso, nah. I don't need it. Yeah, man, I can't think of anything else that I want or need for the third slot. I don't yeah, bro, there's just nothing. Yeah, man. There's nothing that I need for a third slot. Nothing that I need. Yeah, man, I just might get scrapped. I might get scrapped. I might get scrapped. I don't know. I also want to know would scrap does that affect how device? That would be crazy if it did. But, yeah, I'm trying to think of what should I or could I get for the third slot at 200, but I really don't need. I don't need anything, bro. I don't need. I do just fine. I'm telling you, with ever since I I took off Lads and Manacles, bro. I've been put on Mystic and 60 mask, bro. Tanking has been so much easier, so much smoother, especially with 60 mask. Like that helped. Oh my goodness. So I really, I really don't. I don't know, bro. I'm not getting no. I, I don't know, man. I'm looking at scrap, but that's because I like running superchargers as a tank. So you know what I'm saying. That might be the play. I might feed Everyman and Ebon into this. That just might be the play. I don't know. I really might do that. I'll give it some time, but I really might do that because that if I get scrapped, that would help me all around. Like no matter what power I go, um, and really I'm after because I'm done with atomic now. I done ran through rage already. I done ran through atomic. So the next power, I'm not going Earth. I've been Earth before. The only thing that's fun about it is the jackhammer on the axe. That's about it. Um, I also like gemstone, but it's really annoying getting stunned as soon as I pop gemstone shield. So now I don't have the whole ship going. That part, but I have 60 mass, so either way, it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going Earth. I already don't like it. I'm not going back Rage. I don't really like it. Boring to me. Atomic. I really don't like Atomic. I really do not. It's no, bro. My next power is Ice. Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire are my two favorite tank powers. Um, Fire. You got the Hell Spec, and in that regard, I just like stacking my health. But the real fun is the Resto Spec. The Resto Spec, boy, I be going crazy. But hey, that's the boy. That's real funny if you ask me. Now with Ice, I like the ad juggling, resonating gale. Nothing beats that. Nothing beats that. Nothing beats that. And then on top of that, Ice Elemental, OP. Like I love Ice Elemental, bro. Man. But yeah, so my next power will be Ice. And then after Ice, I'm gonna go back Fire just to just to revisit it. But after that, I'm gonna just be going back and forth between Ice and Fire. But yeah, man, that's everything I wanted to talk about. There's really no point in me having Dead King right now, so I may just feed that into something else. But yeah, man, all right, peace out.